Hello and welcome to the heliosblog. My name is Helios, here for another reaction video. Whether you're chilling in your cage or in your coffin, make sure to stay tuned with us to keep you entertained. Today, HasanAbi talks about the worst streamers on the planet. Let's see if he's right about that.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
Well, the only drama is like something I want to address that has been on my mind for a while, but it's like the Goo Goo Gaga style content that these motherfuckers make. But then
Right, Hasan's content is not at all Goo Goo Gaga style, not at all.
also on top of that, like the kick is so frustrating. It's just so incredibly frustrating. I see it every day. I try to avoid it. I try to not look in that direction. And it's just like so incredibly gross all the time. So
Right, everything is bad that you don't agree with. That's right. Or all of the worst content possible is going to be construed as being the only content that these platforms have. Lovely, Hasan, lovely. Totally not at all logical fallacy.
like, I don't know how the hell they were able to come into the fold and like somehow be worse than Rumble. Like Rumble is like openly right wing, whatever, right? But
Yeah, that's horrible, right? Only left wing is okay. Only Hasan's point of view is okay.
a lot of the stuff that happens on Kick would not be acceptable on Rumble. It's another one of those, like, I hate to say I told you so, because like every single time I'm right about a particular thing, it's always just like the absolute worst thing that could have happened. The recent vid from Buck was removed because it doesn't remove the critique people have, but it doesn't remove the critique people have with the platform. Kick constantly having to do the work continuously growing. Thank you for your feedback, both positive and negative. And one of the co-owners in some of these creators chats cheering on the behavior is disgusting. Yeah, the dude like who owns Stake, who was one of the co-owners of Kick, was literally in the chat. He was like in the chat spamming Kick W's as these dudes like found a fan on the street, brought him into a house, hired an escort for them, were fucking filming. Okay, apparently they did tell the
So this is horrible. Again, like, what Kick chooses to do on their platform, like, there are platforms that are, I mean, if that's what we're judging horrible by, there are many platforms that do much, much worse than this. I don't understand. Just like every other capitalist business, Kick has a market that's trying to differentiate itself from YouTube. What? So again, presumably they spoke about it beforehand. So what's actually happening here? Not much different than what you'd see on quote unquote the hub. Ooh, so bad, so terrible. Ooh, horrible right wing. Meanwhile, this same guy was talking about how spicy content is okay and it's okay to be a spicy content star. What's different about these things? I fail to see what's different. Because it's different from YouTube, it's bad? I don't understand. What's the criticism here? How is this the worst thing to ever happen?
a sex worker that they were filming. They were filming the entire situation, but she turns out did not know that there was like other dudes there.
That was the problem. They didn't tell her. I see. Okay. Horrible. Not at all fake, guys. Not at all fake. There's no way possible that they told her beforehand and she's just paid to pretend. No, no, no. That can't be possible. It's just the worst thing ever, guys.
And of course, while this entire thing is happening, is like chats like spamming fucking every slur on the planet. Don't forget that Eddie gifted 50 subs to a sexual predator, Harrison Henry Newland, Cool Slick Live, who was detained in Nepal for harassing underage girls and selling the sexual content
Obviously, this is wrong.
of girls he had filmed with a hidden camera in Thailand. There's so much like this is like a
Obviously, that's wrong.
constant thing. Even removed from this current situation, it's clear that this kind of culture Kick is cultivated. It's not only immoral but also bad content on top of that. Yeah, it's just so wild. Like it's so
Again, the reason why quote unquote wild content exists on other platforms is because Kick doesn't care about morality. They care about money. Just like YouTube doesn't care about morality. They care about money. That's why they're willing to censor people. Because they don't care about what implications it has for the culture as a whole. They just care about the bottom dollar. Same for Kick. Yes, these people are terrible. But can you be surprised that a company is promoting such things? Literally live in a capitalist society.
Fucking wild, dude. It's like, it's nuts how every single fucking day there is just like something horrifically illegal happening on a
Right, that doesn't happen on YouTube at all. No, that doesn't happen in the world at large at all. It's just on Kick, guys.
Regular basis, like turning into fucking live leak. It's just, you know, it's streamlined lolcow 4chan content. That's it. Great stuff.
Basically.
And then there's the other fucking dude, Johnny Somali, who's been wreaking havoc on Japan and other countries. It's just wild because it doesn't feel like there's any way to stop it, kind of. So I don't know. Japan might be banning live streaming in public soon, bringing in legislation.
I wonder what actually happened. This I'm curious about. Okay, let's look up this guy because I'm just curious. Johnny Somali controversy. Let's see. I'm sure you guys. Okay. After he live streamed himself harassing Japanese citizens with slurs, the backlash to his content became so severe he even started getting attacked by angry locals. So he's an idiot, basically. Wow. Big surprise. Yeah, you go to somebody's country and you insult the people and you're surprised that you're getting beat up. Okay, that's just stupid. That's just a person who's what is it? Basically a psychopath, right? Like, he doesn't care what people think of him. He's willing to do impulsive, stupid things for money. Yup, and it's getting punished the way that it should get punished, which is organically.
Yeah, this dude was such a fucking menace. I feel like they're gonna do that. This dude was such a menace. He got arrested. You know, he got knocked out. He is like, I've been following the saga, but it's insane to me that he has been such an aggressive fucking menace overall across the board in the entire island that they might legitimately change the laws due to his behavior. Now, I mean,
that's why laws change in the first place, right? One person or, you know, a group of people starts exploiting the rules and then they change the rules, right?
He will definitely be 23 days of like involuntary holding for sure. Yeah, he was on Japanese national news. Yes. Here it is. The chief of cabinet announced new policy which may turn into law restrictions on IRL streaming following American streamer Johnny Somali's arrest in Japan.
An American, huh? Yeah.
Imagine being such a nuisance, you force a country to create new laws while hopefully Western sexpats get curtailed with this law. Chief Cabinet Secretary Matsuno criticizes annoying YouTubers. They should refrain from violating privacy and causing a nuisance. Johnny Somali was arrested a few days ago for breaking into a construction site and harassing construction workers. However, he has been a nuisance in general for weeks in Japan, showing anti-Asian racism in public and harassing women. Like,
yeah, he's an idiot. Perfect. But if by harassing women they mean cold approach, that's not harassment. But, I mean, you know, they're a little bit, you know, let's just say they don't like people of that persuasion in Japan.
he first popped off. There's another one. It's not even just him. Like, there was another guy, if you remember, on the fucking subway who was just like yelling at Japanese people and like taking advantage of the fact that they won't say something. You know what I mean?
Are you an idiot? Yeah, go and be polite in the country you're going to. What? Okay, that obviously, that's how you get beat up.
I mean, they won't say something back. It's so fucking lame.
Right, because the rule in Japan is, you know, you don't speak on the subway.
Dude, I don't know. It's not just like I don't know how to cover this because I feel like a lot of young people online, they want like edge, right? They want edge in their content. There is certainly an edge you can have. The problem is that these guys who can't make creative stuff turn around and just, you know, push the boundaries of like
That's right. They're just being psychopaths, basically.
Acceptable behavior because they know online there is a market for that where you treat human beings in the real world, in the physical space, like they're NPCs. Like that in and of itself is certainly seen, especially by like agoraphobic freaks who never fucking go outside and like have
starting with the ad hominems,
have a very horrible view on the world. And there is definitely a lot of people out there who are like this. There's a big market for someone who will behave like a psychopath.
Yeah, exactly.
In public, you know? Missy, the TikToker who broke into someone's home and stole a woman's dog, is the same. There's the pranking menace too.
Yeah, that's those are idiots, and they deserve what comes to them. You know, like, if you're gonna break into somebody's house and steal their dog, if you're surprised about getting the crap beat out of you, you're an idiot.
The other version of this is like the dude who like kept breaking into people's houses, not breaking into people's houses, but like trespassing into people's houses as a prank. He's like super fucking young, and not only that, but he's doing it in England. So like, I feel like they put a control on that situation. This kind of stuff used to be, for those of you who are, I mean, I wasn't here for this, but this kind of stuff is what like Twitch used to have as well, by the way. In its inception of the platform, when Twitch first popped off, these exact same guys who have now been banned from like every single fucking platform for good reason, let's be real, because they do shit like this all the time and streamline this process. They used to
Yeah, so what is Hasan arguing for? Only mega streaming platforms allowed? These people are the problems, not the platform. I don't understand. Like, anyway.
to do that on Twitch, and then they got banned, and then they got banned from YouTube, and they got banned from fucking Facebook, they got banned from every other live streaming platform. But then they found a house, they found a home in Kick. I am unfamiliar with their background. I just know that it's like gross and weird. You know what I mean? It's not for me, but there's plenty of people who like can't look away from it because they just like see it as a train crash that you can't like not pay attention to. And some people just love it. They love egging it on. And then some people like also watching it and then, you know, participating in it, playing an active role in like changing what is going on on their screens. And
for them, they don't understand that it's reality, right? A lot of people in the modern world, right? They see a screen and they think it's not real, right? But it actually is real. Yeah.
And the way they do that is by, you know, swatting, doxing, and regularly harassing the people that like happen to appear. Phone bombing. Whenever you do an IRL stream, like phone bombing the location that you actually go to by like calling it nonstop. And it sucks. Fusi's manic streams on Kick, all this other stuff, and it's just like blowing up more and more. It's treating regular ass humans as NPCs purely for your stream's content. It's really awful. And it's not.
Yeah, there's nothing, again, it's the classic, like, what I do is okay, but you can't be more extreme than me. The buck stops here. Meanwhile, Hasan makes money off of literally making controversial content, right? But what he does is okay, right? It's not okay to do another type of controversial content. It's, you know, it's feels a little disingenuous to me, but all right, okay. Preaching to the choir.
Not like positive at all. There's nothing positive about it. It's all negative. It's all fucking dog shit. You either cultivate it.
In your opinion, yes, some of it is horrible, but should the whole platform be, you know, denigrated for that? No. It's individuals that are choosing to make bad decisions and they get what's coming to them.
An environment that is insanely toxic that directly attacks the streamer, or you cultivate an environment that is insanely toxic that directly attacks anyone the streamer engages with. Oftentimes it doesn't matter, they also fuck up the streamer's life too. It always ends in just awfulness. It's kind of interesting, however, to act like this is you know, this is coming from a lot of people who regularly complained about like hot tub streamers, titty streamers and whatnot, and it's wild that like, you know, that's where we're at. But aren't they monetizing this shit? Yes they are, because Kick loves it. Kick doesn't give a fuck. So
that's right, because capitalism. Blame capitalism. There's a market for it. People are watching, eyeballs on the screen. You can't stop somebody who's a psychopath from monetizing on this. YouTube does the same thing. They censor the truth because the truth doesn't make money. Depressing common culture into a direction that isn't actually good and creating people like Hasan, but nobody complains about that, right? Because that's quote unquote okay. But this isn't. You see?
I think Moist Critical covered this. Let me see.
I know all of you already know this, but I can't stand public nuisance streamers. The absolute degenerate.
I hate it so fucking much, dude. And I'm not even saying like, oh, I hate it because like it's making it harder for me to do streams or whatever in public. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't need to do a public stream ever again, okay? I'm fine never doing an IRL stream or only doing it in a controlled environment, but it's just like, it's so fucking gross. Like, I hate The fact that being an absolute fucking asshole to like random individuals going about their day is something that is seen as monetizable content. Like,
I'm inclined to agree. You shouldn't, you know. But again, there are degrees to this, right? Like, just for laughs is that, right? So, you know. Or, you know, there's multiple TV shows that are like that, right? So, to say that, like, again, if it's causing harm to people, like intense harm, that is bad. If it's mildly annoying and kind of funny, that's fine, right?
Like, that shit sucks ass, bro.
And one of the biggest goofballs in this category of content is named Johnny Somali, and he
Yeah, you must be an idiot to go to such extremes.
was just arrested in Japan, which is the most unsurprising news of all time. The only shocking thing about this story is that it hasn't happened sooner.
Indeed.
Johnny Somali is a name you might have heard a couple of times over the last few months because he has said himself that he will do anything necessary to achieve clout.
Idiot.
What? Just don't. All you have to say don't grab nothing.
People will still compare Kick to Twitch.
Okay, that's funny. So he's a straight up idiot. He's asking to get he's asking to get beat up. He's an idiot. Okay, lovely.
How do you justify monetizing shit at the top of the hour? Oh my god, that's such a good. Okay, you fucking literally hit me out of nowhere like that dude just got slapped.
Oh.
Anonymous sent $3 Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
And then the crowd is clapping. Yup. The guy got everything he deserved.
And this might actually be the happiest moment of his life because he knows this is another article about to be written about him, which means maybe a couple extra viewers there to point and laugh at him like the clown he is.
Mark, look at his face. He's like smiling through it all because he
Idiot. But actually, that doesn't describe him properly. Narcissist is what it is. Person that only cares about themselves and their own clout and their own, yeah, that's obviously okay. What Hasan did with this video is like, look at this obviously bad person here that every human being on the planet would call an awful person. Don't you think that this platform that's a competitor to my platform should be banned because of this? Because they allow this? Meanwhile, the only reason he's on that platform is because he went on your platform, the other platform first. This is the only place where he can finally go after 12 other platforms have been. But the other platforms allowed him to do his thing until it got quote unquote out of line. But first they monetized on him too. But no, these other platforms are terrible. Yeah, okay.
loves it. He loves this. He loves getting arrested. He loves getting owned. What do you do in that situation? Like you can't deal with someone like that with normal processes.
You can see his eyes light up. He is loving it. Having the handcuffs thrown on him.
That's one of the worst parts about it, is that like even when he's getting owned, he's still winning. So that is also very frustrating about it. You know what I mean? The only way he loses is if he gets just perma-banned from every platform, so he can't stream anymore. Like, yeah, okay, he gets deported from Japan. So what? You know what I mean?
He's become a legend. Yeah, that's right. Because he didn't care about Japan at all. Japan was a platform for him to get money, effectively.
Plenty of other countries you can go to and do the same exact shit. He's gotten banned from other countries too. I think he got like literally deported from Thailand, if I'm not.
Yeah, he's an idiot. But what surprises me is that he didn't get worse than kicked out of the country. Let's put it that way. Are you really such an idiot that you'd go to another country and behave like this with no forethought as to, like, there is the constant threat of violence. You can't just say or do whatever you want. You're going to get, like, really bad things are going to happen to you. Can you imagine some countries that, like, I'm just imagining what bad things could happen in so many countries I'm thinking of.
Not mistaken, because he was doing the same shit there.
And he got like a 72-hour ban on Kick, which was lifted because obviously Kick doesn't ban anyone for fucking anything. Someone could go on Kick Live right now and execute a man in cold blood, and they'd probably just ban him for 24 hours and be like, well, he's probably learned his lesson by now. But anyway, even as Johnny was being arrested,
like, come on.
he did not.
He's like, why are we going so hard on this guy? I mean, after all, is murder all that bad? Number one. And number two, he can't do it again. He did it one time. Like, lightning never strikes twice. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, actually it does. It ends up striking 4 times, 5 times in the same fucking spot. Like, when it comes to this kind of shit. Because it's all about fostering a culture that thinks this kind of behavior is perfectly valid and perfectly normal. That's it. That's why it's not like an accident that this kind of stuff doesn't happen on a website that is infinitely larger and has way more daily active users and has way more fucking new people coming in to start.
It does happen on those platforms first, then they ban him and he just bounces. Obviously, you're going to go to the most viewed, most popular platform first. You're not going to start on this sideline streaming service first. You're going to go to the first available stream with the most water, with the nicest water, freshest water, and when that dries up, you go to the next stream and the next stream and the next stream. But those other streams were available, and I'll bet they didn't ban him immediately either.
Start streaming every goddamn day. Like, people will say, oh man, well, what about that one time when the dude live streamed that the Buffalo shooting on Twitch? They literally banned that immediately. Like, they banned it in under 2 minutes. They found the account and they clapped it so fucking fast. Like, if you...
Yes, but I'll bet that they didn't do that when they were smaller, right? So it's kind of disingenuous argument, right? It's comparing apples to oranges.
You think that is a valid comparison? I don't know what to tell you. Like, that is absolute.
It's like saying a person, it's easier for Walmart to get a thief reprimanded than, like, you know, Johnny or Sally's corner store. Yes, Johnny or Sally's corner store is going to get robbed more easily. Does that mean all corner stores should be closed? Do you see what I'm saying?
Absolutely insane for the amount of people that...
Yes, all corner stores, all small businesses, all smaller businesses should be closed up. Only multinational conglomerates should exist. What could possibly go wrong with this?
Open up a new stream and start live streaming. TOS enforcement per capita is not even comparable between Twitch and Kick. I mentioned that to someone on a call yesterday. They mentioned hot tub streams in response. Bro, I can get head on Kick. Yeah, that's people that say like, oh, what about hot tub streams? It's like, brother, you can literally get your shit sucked, okay, on the main page on Kick, which has happened like a bunch. So
I want to give you a bonus clip though. Give you a little dessert here on top of all this, because there's another public nuisance streamer who just found himself in some hot water, with his life flashing before his eyes off of problems that he created for himself.
He's sitting right over fucking there and no one's paying attention. You know why? Because of racism. Yep. That's not funny.
Funny.
No.
It's very funny.
Why is that funny?
what is happening? Like, why are these people like this?
You and me, Central Park, tomorrow. Don't be late, motherfucker.
What?
And he runs smart.
The fuck is this?
Who could have possibly predicted this outcome? Are you trying to tell me a guy like this is a coward? Say it ain't
What
so.
a surprise. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so many people are literally just doing the Ezra Miller strat where they're just fucking being a public menace, a public nuisance for the funsies.
It's only a prank, bro. It's only a prank.
All right. I hope he doesn't chase me because I don't want to fight him.
You cause the problems and then you wonder what happens when problems arise.
Fight him, you pussy. That's what they're saying.
Am I a pussy beta? Perhaps.
But he doesn't care because he's getting money and clicks and views and messages.
I don't know.
Narcissist.
Scary Asian, pressed by Asian. God, such fucking losers, man. It's yeah. This shit is so disgusting. I don't know why nobody is embarrassed to behave this way in public.
I'm inclined to agree, actually.
Like, I just don't get it. How are you not embarrassed? Why are you not?
Because they're a narcissist. They don't have that sort of thing. That's not a thing that a narcissist has. Okay. Alright. Let's end the video there. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all notifications. Drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian, Tom, and Bobby. Shout out to you, most recent Patreon subscriber. My Patreon can be found at patreon.com/theheliosblog. Buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Shout outs to Curry Kid, most recent purchaser of Strategist Guide to Seduction. Thank you. Of course, if you're interested in coaching, send me an email at theheliosblog@gmail.com. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate that you listened to the end. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.